Hey there, everybody. I hope you are doing well. I'm Afefe with Touch by Tarot and Beyond. Welcome to my channel if you're here for the first time. I'm an intuitive tarot reader, use a lot of oracles as well, and you're in for a treat today. My pick-a-card readings are very, very popular, and going to do one today on this full moon in Capricorn we have coming up. The first of two back-to-back full moons in Capricorn, I might add, right? The full moon in July will be in Capricorn as well. So Capricorn energy is very, very strong right now. Thank you to all of my new subscribers and my regulars. I really appreciate your support, your comments, your presence, your energy in general. There's never a day that I take that for granted, and I try to show up here and continue to give you the content that'll keep you coming back for more, all right? If you are interested in my membership, I will be doing a separate reading even on this full moon, but I juice it up a little bit for my members because I am a shamanic priestess. I have a really interesting former journalist. Many of you already know that about me. So I have a sort of interesting take in my spiritual approach. On the one hand, it's very grounded. I try to keep it, very practical and break things down in ways that we can all kind of wrap our heads around. But on the other hand, I am about that spiritual life, right? I'm about magic. I'm about working with nature and working with our guides and spiritual forces. So it all blends together. And again, I'm glad that you're here. Let's go ahead and dig in. Quick intro. I want to set up the energy for us before I bring it down on the table for your pick a card reading. So this is full moon in Capricorn while the sun is in Cancer. Keeping in mind as well, you all, that we're going into the summer solstice. That is a time where very often we celebrate the rites of summer. We celebrate the sun, the life-giving properties of the sun, the vacation time, playfulness, showing up, shining our light, right? So that's a lot of energy around the solstice. Then we have the opposites of Cancer and Capricorn. Cancer being in tarot represented by the Chariot. And again, that's going to be in my members only video. So check out, there's a link below. I've got some different pricing tiers for members, making sure it's affordable and accessible to everybody who wants to participate. But I think it'll be worth your while. Enough said about that. Cancer energy, very much involved with issues around the family, the mother in particular, the divine feminine and the divine mother aspect of your life. Very, very much into how you feel, Cancer the crab. So emotions can run really high. Water sign can run really high with Cancer. And if there is pain or injury or even fears, that those pinchers, the crab can come out and just sort of get protective in that shell. So, and then Capricorn on the opposite end, ruled by the devil. Again, I'll get into that in my membership video. But when we think about Capricorn, we're talking about ambition. Earth sign, we're talking about getting it done, rolling up your sleeves, ruled by Saturn, the hard work, the taskmaster, the things that we have to do to achieve our goals, up to and including healing. But very often in Capricorn energy, we're talking about that money. We're talking about our financial future, what we've done, healing from financial issues that we may have had in the past, clearing the decks so that we can continue to prosper and bring in abundance. So very often that energy around Capricorn is about our money. It is about our goals, our desires, our ambition, our business, our jobs, our entrepreneurship. All of that. All right. So topic for today's readings, trying to tune it in a little bit, is going to be your moods, because Cancer can get moody around these things, especially around family, especially when feelings have been hurt or there's the emotions are heightened, which falls right in line with full moon energy. It is when emotions tend to run a little high, right? So your moods and your money. All right. Your moods and your money. All right, let's tune in on that. If you're motion sensitive, look away for a moment. I'm going to bring the camera now down on the table. Let's go. All right, that looks good. Stay right there. All right, so as always, if you've been with me, I always cleanse my decks and I cleanse myself before I read. So I've got my spirit guide oil. Going to go ahead and dab on a little bit more. And I highly recommend for those of you who read, or even if not, just your day-to-day life. It doesn't have to be this brand. I'm not paid by them. I'm not sponsored. I'm just sharing with you stuff that I actually use in my day-to-day life. All right. And also keeping it sweet. This was gifted to me. Some sweet rose oil spray. And I'm actually going to spray that now over this pile, over this deck, praying that you get the messages that you need and that they are sweet. All right. Okay. So going in, this will be pile 1, 2, and 3. If you're new to my channel, my process is I read from a lot of decks, you all. And rather than let you spend 10 minutes, 15 minutes sitting here watching me flip cards, I get them spread out on the table ahead of time, but I do not see these cards until I reveal them to you, and Spirit, lets me do my thing and interpret them for you. And I don't play, every now and again somebody will come through with a little suspect, sort of like, Afefe. But I promise you, I may play with a lot of different things. I do not play with Spirit. That is my word. That is my bond. So there we go. Enough said about that. Let's go in on these piles, you all. For pile number 1, I've got charms. It is if you're drawn to this raven, all right? That raven with the pentagram in the back of it, all right? Those sort of messaging from that raven. Pile number 2, we have that moon and this wolf, all right? Howling at the moon, pile number 2, if that resonates with you. And finally, pile number 3, we have the tree of life. All right, if that resonates with you, that tree of life. Okay, so take a moment, set yourself, see what's really drawing you. Many people are drawn to more than one pile. There's messages, there's cross messages, so just follow your intuition. I even have a lot of viewers who watch all 3. But again, so pile number 1 will be the raven. Pile number 2 will be this the wolf howling at the moon. Pile number 3 is the tree of life. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start it up. Let's go in. Move these 2 out of the way. Keep my water nearby. And let's get ready to go in, you all. Those of you who were drawn to this raven. Pile number 1, this raven. Your moods and your money. Let's see what Spirit says here. Starting out with tarot, we have the 9 of Pentacles. Ooh, talk about your money. All right, let's come with it, Spirit. That is a card of gain. It is a card about wealth. It is a card about the momentum around what you are building, your wealth, your money, your stability. And we have the 4 of Pentacles. Definitely a message here, loud and clear already on the money end of things, and the moods toward it. Because in the 4 of Pentacles, you all, it is, see how holding super, super tight to what they have? That's a mood of feeling perhaps a little pinched around what you have coming in or your ability to grow money already. Let's keep going. We've got the 6 of Pentacles. Wow, Pentacles are coming in so heavy here. Again, what you have, what you are amassing, but this is opportunities for growth. With the 6 of Pentacles, it is very often the indicator of what is going in and what is coming out. And there's some, again, even with this sitting on that lotus, there's this notion of growth. So your mood right now around your money could be that you are very, very focused on growth, pile number 1. And you've got another 6. For those of you who are into numerology, you have a 6 of swords here. This is how you are preparing yourself to go forward. Your mood right now appears to be, so far, I got some more cards to go, but I can see a trend here where your mood really is about moving toward growth, because where you are right now, you may be feeling like not necessarily pinched, not necessarily that there's a hindrance or anything wrong, but it's just this idea that there could be more. And so your mood right now is you're putting yourself in that mindset of how to get more, how to build on what you have. And it says here, you're already doing it. Stop overthinking, keep facing your true north. All right. Beautiful confirmation for you all, because it says you're already doing it. Whatever it is that you have put in motion to build on your success and your security, to build for your family as well, because this is a full moon in Cancer. Your mood around it is determination, and they're saying, but don't overthink it. You're already doing it. So give yourself, this is an overthinking kind of energy. In fact, I'm going to move you over here with this. This is, I know how much I have, or I know I can anticipate how much I have coming in with my money, but then there's this desire to grow for more, to get towards more, and it's here, it's available for you. Now, a challenge could be the werewolf. There we go, change. This, by the way, I'm warning you the image. I chose a darker deck because of the devil energy in terms of not being a negative influence, but around money and around attitudes towards money. You got the werewolf here. And notice in the tiny, tiny print, it says change. So for some of you, if you were drawn to this pile, this could be because there's a fear of change, a fear of what might change. Some of you might be in a situation where you're thinking about changing your job, changing your income, maybe even adding on or doing some additional work, shifting up the way that you earn money, shifting up the way that you approach money. That's also a thing. There's a message here to change your approach to how your deeply held beliefs around abundance and around money, dealing with limitations, not overthinking it, right? You have the sky. Perfect. They're saying here to basically, this is things are looking up. That is what this is. You are moving, even looking at this beautiful rainbow that's in the sky on this Six of Swords, moving forward, right? This rainbow that's there. They're saying keep your head up. Keep your head connected to your guides. Keep your head connected to your desires. Look at the bright blue sky, looking up above. Summer solstice energy we were talking about in the intro to the video, right? Thinking about the sky is the limit. Literally, sky is the limit energy here for you all. All right, let's keep going. We have that's going to be a message for later. I want to end with that message and this one as well. All right, self-worth. Ooh, let's talk about it. Why not? We were just talking about limiting beliefs around abundance and around what you are able to get. In Cancer energy as well, this full moon in Capricorn while the sun is in Cancer, you all, there could be some situations for some of you where your limiting beliefs about money or your ideas, sometimes you can be super, super conservative, overthinking, making sure that you have enough. Will you have enough? How do I make sure that I have enough? Are all of my needs going to be met? And even if they're met now, there could be that worry about the future. And this future is fine. It's saying we want to come toward you, but the change is in not fearing that change, not fearing that something is going to be taken away from you. And I think that's why self-worth has come up for you all, pile number one, because if something was taken away from you in the past, you lost a job, you lost a relationship, you lost something that made you feel more comfortable and secure, either, because it caught you off guard or you could see it coming, but somehow there was you internalized it a little bit, and Spirit is here to remind you, look at that juxtaposition between, dealing with the idea of self-worth and sky is the limit, opportunity, ready to grow, ready to move forward. You have strength, beautiful energy. They're saying to you, your guides, this is directly from your guides, and they are saying that there is a strength of purpose. This movement forward is requiring you to tap into your strength to grow. Look at that, and growing towards a sun. We just talked about the summer solstice, growing towards the sun. Look how it's even leaning in, leaning towards that source of light. What is your source of light, pile number one? That's a question that your spirit guides are coming through. Identify your source of light. Identify your source of growth. Whether it's an industry that you work in, whether it's an idea that you have for a project, whether it's a relationship that you can build on, a partnership that you can build on. Sometimes two heads are better than one, right? And this is something that builds your strength. Ooh, I love that. Let's keep going. The Black Madonna has shown up for you, the sacred dark goddess and the mother. Now, we talked about, remember, sun is in Cancer. Cancer represents the divine mother, right? So this is protection that is being offered to you during this time. The Black Madonna herself has come up and said, even as the dark goddess, thinking about the moon, thinking about the moon being a nighttime nocturnal energy. So that's what that means. Not dark as in dark. Dark as in that which operates in ways that sometimes you do not see because it is not happening in real time during the light, okay? But it is there for you. And this is a divine feminine energy that is there to bring that mothering energy to it is sacred energy. And it says, I am with you to build. Let's build together. I was just talking about partnerships and that strength a moment ago. You have creativity that's come for you. Yes. Pile number one, if you are thinking about a side hustle, a business, or even just going full steam ahead on a project that you have, a book that you're writing, something that you create. Some of you may do jewelry, candle making, food, whatever. Like sky is the limit. The possibilities are limitless. That's what this creativity is about. Your mood, if you get into how your mood affects your money, if you put yourself into a mood and build your strength and move towards activities that put you in a mood of creativity, that's what opens up the windows to your prosperity. All right. You have the Rhino spirit. You overcome any obstacle. Check that out. You overcome any obstacle, pile number one. All right. You have this Rhino energy that's with you. The power of the Rhino, the ability to power through any sense of limitation around your money, any sense of your limitation around your self-worth and worthiness to have more, not just enough to pay the bills, not just enough to get by, but more than enough. This abundance that wants to reign on you, and that's because you overcome any obstacle. And finally, you got the Garden of Venus. It says rest and renewal. Well, not finally. I've got two advice cards here I'm waiting to share with you. But rest and renewal. But look at all that sun. I think this is a timing element that's presenting itself right now. During this time of the summer solstice in particular, while things are in full bloom, while the sun is strong, the days are longer, all of that, it is a time for you to take time out for yourself. Take those couple of days off. Take that vacation. Carve that, hour out of every day or 30 minutes, whatever you can manage out of every day to rejuvenate yourself. Take that extra 3 minutes in the shower to do some deep breathing and get that sense of renewal. And also, just because I'm seeing all of these lavender sort of energies come in there. If you're into aromatherapy, I'm feeling that lavender oil would be really good for you during this time. Check this out. Now, these are your two ending advice cards. You have infinity, unlimited potential. Remember, we got that sky card for you all, and we said sky's the limit. That's your message here. If you can put yourself into a mood of understanding that you have this infinite potential, that the world is your oyster, that you don't have to feel tightened up and holding on to what seems to be, that the limitations are basically conditioning. And it seems like it's conditioning around what you were led to believe, that self-worth, what you were led to believe was possible. Your final card here says, when I introduce joy to a situation, I change the vibrational frequency of what's happening around me. Boom. There you have it. Please, I hope some of you will screenshot that, because your moods related to your money, this is the mood. The mood is about joy. The mood is about, it is about lifting your hopes and dreams and spirits and in finding your avenues of creativity, because that creativity brings you joy. And it has to do, again, thinking about this divine mother energy that came for you. This is creativity. What do mothers do? They blossom, they bloom, they help grow, they nurture what is around them. And that is what your creative work does, pile number one. It is something that is meant to be shared and grow and bloom, and therefore your arms become more wide open. Therefore you go from your first two cards on, coming out, you go from that sense of, do I have enough, to I absolutely have enough. And notice that hummingbird there on that Nine of Pentacles, the opportunities and wealth. What does the hummingbird do? The hummingbird's symbol and meaning is joy. So there you have it. From start to finish in your reading, pile number one, it is about, if you can attune to a mood of joy, joy in what you see, joy in what's around you, joy of life, then that unlocks your unlimited potential. And that's what brings you more money, more opportunities. Six of Pentacles, give and take. As you give and put your creativity into the world, you will be prepared to take and receive what Spirit has for you. All right? Wow. That was such an awesome message. And I really hope that that resonated for you all. I would love to hear your comments and see how it tied in. And I wish you the absolute best. Okay? All right. We're going to move on now to pile number two. Those of you who were drawn to the wolf howling at that moon. All right, pile number two. Let me take a sip of water. And let's go in. Pile number two, your moods and your money during this full moon in Capricorn. We have the Tower. Something's changing. Don't panic. Many people, they see that Tower and, start, oh my God, what's about to happen? But this really, remember too, the Tower can be a breakthrough. Sometimes, people just think of it as a breakdown, but it can be a breakthrough. Let's see what comes with it. Queen of Swords. There's a breakthrough, you all. Okay, pile number two, you are coming in strong, because already I can see your mood is no nonsense. Right? Your mood right now, and especially as it relates to your money, as it relates to prosperity and comfort, your mood is no nonsense. Your mood is, I am ready to step up and shift whatever needs to get shifted. You have here, okay, like, cannot make this up. Different deck. If you're new to my channel, this is one reason why I use multiple decks, because Spirit speaks through me. They will confirm messages, and then I know that this is what we're doing. Doggone if you don't have the Tower from an entirely, see the backs, entirely different deck. The Tower has come twice for you all. Clearly, pile number two, and even the energy of, this takes me back to the energy of that moon howling. There is a power, a force within you all right now, pile number two, that is being heard, that demands to be heard, that demands change, that demands a shift in your perspective toward money. Your mood is not playing right now, and you have Temperance. It is about change for you. This is a powerful time of change for you all, pile number two. And it's like you are sparking the change, and or there's enough happening around you that is going to really prompt that change, and you're wrapping your head around it. You are being decisive. You are the one ready to put things in motion. For many of you, this is straight up communication. This is your affirmations. This is your journaling. This is what you are speaking out loud to the universe in your willingness to change and shift with that Temperance card as well. All right, let's go in. I can't wait to see the rest of your cards. It says, trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? Trust your path, pile number two. And that's part of what's happening in your consciousness. This is your consciousness being awakened towards, and that's the mood. Your mood has to do with you finding your power. Like really, they're showing me, they're saying like, what's that saying? Pedal to the metal. Like you putting your foot on the gas of your life, of your desires, of your drive, and saying, I'm done. I am done with how things have been in the past. I am ready for a breakthrough, and your thinking is really changing to get you towards that. The Temperance is you living kind of in between two situations or two worlds right now. Today is this way, but I know how I am moving to make it a different way in the future, and that's why you have to trust your path. All right. You have a shadow here, depth. That's this full moon energy. What has been in the shadows for you? What has sometimes seemed to be almost unexplainable? Maybe you've gotten frustrated about it because you couldn't quite figure out. It's almost like I'm seeing you working with puzzle pieces. It's like you had almost all the pieces, and then it's like those two pieces that like fell out the box or something. Like, where are they? That's the shadow you have been. But notice the key word there too is depth. You see that? You've been digging deep. And Pluto, which rules the tower that you got twice in two different decks, pile number 2, is about deep fundamental transformation. It's no holds barred. I am willing to step into this next phase of my life. You have adventurer. Whatever has been holding you back, pile number 2, you are done. That's why this howling at the moon energy pulled you, because that adventurer says you and those two towers, you are ready to come break out of the box. To the extent that some things have been holding you back, that you have felt boxed in, that you have felt out of control, or an inability to control things that were happening or have been happening in your life. You are ready. That adventure. And I also feel like this is an ancestral spirit around you all, an ancestral guide that is saying, let's step out of the norm. Let's go to a different place. Let's have an adventure and adapt the mindset of an adventurer. Okay? Because an adventurer doesn't just go one place. They continue to move. And you also got a creator. This again is for you all. There is a strong energy in your lineage, in your family lineage, around building something, seeing something, exploring the world, doing more. It's like you establish things. If you are truly interested in going into business for yourself, writing that book, traveling, adventurer, but adventure is also what takes you out of the norm. What allows you to be the creator or the co-creator of your life. That is energy that is paramount around you right now, pile number 2. You have, this is an advice card, as is this, so I'm going to save those to the end. You have complicated. All right, life gets complicated. And that helps explain some of what may have felt like some of that shadow energy that may have felt like it's been holding you back, because it is a complicated situation. It may not be as simple as, okay, tower moment, I'm just going to break free from everything and take 3 months off of my life and go explore the world, right? Who has the money, time, energy for that kind of thing? So it is a complicated situation, but that's also why I think Spirit gave you the Temperance card. The Temperance card is a card of change and alchemy, but it is also a card of moderation and patience. This rationale that's coming to you, the rational thinking with the Queen of Swords, is because it is a process. It's complicated. So this change, this ability to create and go on this adventure, to trust your path, to move out, to be willing to go into the depths of the shadows, to break free of what's limiting those moods, that mood of feeling restricted, that mood of feeling frustrated even because of the complications. That mood turns into your money because you are getting to a place of clarity. That's what's happening here. It's going from saying it's too complicated to, but I'm going to take my time through Temperance to figure it out anyway. I am going to find a solution. There's wisdom. So in this time of frustration, pile number 2, Spirit is saying, first, they want you to recognize with that beautiful owl there that what is happening is what allows you to move on, that deep fundamental transformation that's taking hold with many of you. It's because you are becoming more wise about your energy. Moods for you all, your moods is, Spirit wants you to know, it affects your creativity and it affects your ability to feel free. So the wisdom that you're gaining is that as you adjust your mood, as you make deliberate and set your intentions to adjust your mood, remembering too that the full moon provides illumination. It sets you free. It is what allows you to let loose that howl and to speak your truth and to know that when you do that, the world listens, spirit listens, and things move for you. You have purity, cleanse, and release. And it says cibation here. That's a new word for me. I'm not used to it. But it says purify, cleanse, and release. That is why that tower energy came up for you so strongly, pile number 2. Purify, cleanse, and release so that the stork can deliver the money, the fish. Money is a very powerful symbol, metaphysical symbol for abundance. And so you are being delivered. Spirit there you go, standing over there. And spirit is coming towards you, wanting to bring you this abundance, your mood and your money, that it is coming toward you. But it's purify, cleanse, and release. That's why this tower is here. There is a process of release, and it may feel complicated, pile number 2, but there is a process of release that you are undergoing. And I feel like this purify is actual rituals that you can do. Change your diet, change your movement. They're telling me even change the colors that you wear. Whoa, I don't know where that's coming from. Do with it what you will. But for instance, if you're wearing a lot of dark, heavier colors, they're saying brighten up, summer solstice. Put on some orange, some yellow, some white, reflective energy, some pinks, some, whatever, mix it up, some pastels, something. But there is this purify yourself is purifying your intentions, purifying your mood, purifying your attitude, purifying your body. And that is what releases this energy. That's what finally makes it, there's a breakthrough for you. And you get the wisdom around through this, you get the wisdom around, now I understand how I wound up in that situation. This is how the pattern of my life has gone. But now I have the wisdom to trust my path. I have the wisdom to change. Notice in that temperance how she's got those angel wings on either side. This is deeply healing, and it is energy, and it is energy about change. It is deep internal purification that you are undergoing. All right, and you've got peace. Out of all of this comes peace. All right, it's peace of mind. It's peace of understanding. I'm going to put that right over that complicated. All right. We're going to cover that energy up, because there is, for some of you, if you chose this pile, feeling that wolf moon, that wolf howling at the moon, you need peace. It's been enough going on that you need some peace. You need some settling in. Your mood has been impacted. For many of you, I'm feeling that it is a lot of external stuff that's happening around you, whether it's family, because, full moon in Capricorn, but during Cancer season, very much tied to family, and it could even be that some of you are feeling isolated from others, from family, from friends, from how life used to be sort of energy. But that's why you're being called as that adventurer, to move into a different phase and that creator. But to get there, there's that purifying and cleansing and releasing. Totally saying, listen, that was then, this was now. That sort of energy. You have eyes of the eagle rising above the fray. Eyes of the eagle, you all, rising above the fray. And this is literally one of the things that eagle medicine brings us, is the ability to see things from a higher vantage point. Now I got to uncover the complicated now that I covered it up. but listen, this eagle energy is what allows you to uncomplicate the situation. It is what gives you that wisdom. Move that over there too, building an energy grid for you over here. It gives you the wisdom to see things from that higher perspective, so that instead of just getting built up to the point that you're howling at the moon, right? That release, like, please help me, something has to be, it gives you the wisdom to be able to see and almost pick it apart, using that rational mind thinking, Queen of Swords, to pick the situation apart and go, okay, let me take this step by step. This is what it is. This is who's involved. Here's what I can do about it. Here's what I need spirit to help me out on. You know what I'm saying? That's also a part of this creator energy. All right. And trusting your path. And finally, you have here a seahorse spirit. Watch and wait. Watch and wait. There is this watching and waiting is tied, there I go again, different decks, right? But tied to this eyes of the eagle energy medicine. Because as you adopt your mood or adapt your mood to that more of an observer versus feeling like you've got to be provoked, howling at the moon, right? Provoked to deal with the situation, provoked to answer, provoked to explain yourself, stand your ground, stand up for yourself, deal with whatever. There is this, with that seahorse spirit, watch and wait. And what you're doing while you're watching and waiting is you're gaining wisdom, yes, but you're also healing. Because this, again, patience, it takes time. Watch and wait. That is that Queen of Swords. Getting rational about this breakthrough and what is on the verge of a breakthrough. Trusting your path and watching and waiting for the avenues of what is it that how you can be a more proactive creator. Coming out of the shadows. Coming out of what really is shifting in your life. When the tower comes, and it's come twice for you like this, pile number 2, it's as if spirit, your guides are saying, listen, change is a constant, right? Change. We're not taking a vote and asking you whether you're ready for change, whether you're ready for all of this to happen. We're telling you it's happening. It's happening. And you have the wisdom, if you can get into observation mode, pick the situation apart step by step, your moods and your money. So again, while I did not see money per se, pentacles came up all over the place for pile number 1. In your pile number 2, I don't see, it's not even, spirit is saying it's not even about the money per se. It's almost as if there's this deep internal transformation that's happening around you. And then that leads to what you will see in your physical world, in your money, in your safety, in the things that you own, in living the life that you want. But right now, that's not even your the money aspect of it in and of itself is not what spirit wants you to focus on primarily right now. This is an energy shift for you all. The moods part of this moods and money reading, yeah, that's where you are, pile number 2. It is really about this deep internal shift that has to occur, or maybe is already occurring, so that you can break out of a pattern that has been complicated, holding you back. And you do that again by being objective, take a step back from it, wait and watch, or watch and wait, as it said, so that you don't even have to engage. You don't have to feel like you got to stand your ground. And that way, this is all about you. It says yield, patience. Oh, wow. We just talked about temperance and patience. This is a time, see, some of you may be kind of fiery. Some of you might even have a bit of a temper, or you're getting to a point where your temper has built up about something. That could also be a part of that. Boom, explode, breakthrough. Some of you, your tongue could have gotten a little sharp where you've said some things, they picked you on the wrong day, and it just, boom, it came out your mouth before you even realized it. And that's okay. It is what it is. But what spirit is saying going forward, and this message for you in this full moon, is to yield, to take a moment, watch and wait. Different decks. Look at how the messages come together. Watch and wait. Yield. Chill out for a minute, because there is wisdom that you are going to gain. The universe has big plans for me, and it's time to claim them. That's your final card. All right? That's your abundance card. All right? Universe has some big plans for you all. Pile number 2. Big plans for you. And it's time for you to claim it. You claim it by undergoing this purity, cleansing, and releasing. Releasing the anger. For some of you, this is anger. This is resentment. This is frustration. This is impatience. Something that maybe you've been working on for a really long time. And again, because this is while the sun is in Cancer, this could be marriages. This could be the desire for marriage. It could be the desire to meet your partner, or it could be an existing relationship that is just not in the direction that you needed to go in, and you're at a breaking point. But that is why all of this for you all, pile number 2, is intensely, intensely internal. You are undergoing a deep, powerful, fundamental internal change that is requiring you to step back from everything that is happening around you, to be the observer, to be the wise one, to have more patience as you let this situation, the healing approach to the situation. Watch your words. Speak words of affirmation. Speak words about claiming the plans that Spirit has for you, for being the creator and the adventurer, right? And then that's what brings you peace. Speak peace into your life, pile number 2. Speak peace into your life. Think it, speak it, see it, observe it. Watch movies, pictures, artwork, read book, anything, self-help books, anything that adjusts your mind into a state of peace. That is what brings your prosperity. That's why very often you hear those two terms that are put together in the same, peace and prosperity. Peace and prosperity is there for you. Spirit said it's time for you to claim it. Big plans for you. Time for you to claim it. Trust your path, right? That was one of your messages here. Trust your path. But to do that, it is like you got to take a step back in your moods, get your, do an attitude adjustment, right? And claim your calm and your peace, because that's what gives you the vantage point to figure out what it is exactly that you need to do, the changes that you need to allow to take place and embrace to take place, so that you can open back up, get on your path, stay on your path, and be that creator and adventurer in your life. All right, pile number 2. I hope you enjoyed that message. It was certainly a message for you, and very, very different. Came in a really different energy pattern than what I got for pile number 1. Beautiful, very, very powerful. I wish you the best. Let me know how it goes. All right, and finally, we're going to move on now. Pile number 3. Those of you who were drawn to the Tree of Life. Take a sip of water. Tree of Life. Pile number 3. Your moods and your money. During this full moon in Capricorn, while the sun is in Cancer, you have the 2 of Cups. All right now. 2 of Cups. Relationships, partnerships, love. With the King of Wands. So are we ready for more love? Your mood toward love, your mood towards prosperity and money, having to do with loving and creating some opportunities for yourself that involve others. The Chariot. Wow. This is... Okay, hold on, you guys. My air conditioner just kicked on, and I know that's going to interfere with my sound. Let me click that off for you real quick. Hold on. Bear with me. Okie dokie. It's worth me sweating a little bit to get this message on to you. I just didn't want you to have to hear that. All right, so the Chariot. What's really interesting, the Chariot is in Tarot, the Chariot is ruled by Cancer, right? So there's that Cancerian energy that comes up here for you all, pile number 3. And this is moving towards that King of Wands is definitely a dynamic energy. It is where you are ready to move towards something, that 2 of Cups, a partnership that brings you joy, brings you pleasure. Let's go a little deeper and see where we're going with this. With that 10 of Cups, ooh, 10 of Cups, family, talking again about, sun is in Cancer, and Cancer is very much about the family unit, about love, about understanding, about loyalty. There's a drive here that you're feeling, and definitely for you all, I'm already seeing your moods and your money. It could be that you are willing and planning ways to share with those that you love, to share what you have with those that you love, to show up and show your demonstrations of love to others. You are a star seed. What lights you up, pile number 3? What lights you up? Remembering too that if you were drawn to this tree of life, this is very much an energy of the family, of roots, of what you are, what you are built on, what you are building, how you are expanding and branching out. There's a desire for you all to share. You really do. You have a beautiful heart, beautiful spirit, and there's something in you that's showing up at this time. Your mood toward sharing what you have, because this reading is, full moon in Capricorn. So this is about your possessions, about your money, about an energy of abundance. And that is something that you're bringing very strongly to those you care about. There's freedom and the selkies that show up for you. This is an energy, a spiritual energy that's showing up for you, that's saying they want you to be free, to be yourself. They want you to be free to, there's a part of you that is emerging to show up and show your feelings fearlessly and freely. And again, this could be in a romantic aspect. Spirit is leading me to actually, I want to go in deeper on that Two of Cups, because I want to know if that's a general energy of you giving or if this is actually a relationship. Oh my gosh, if we didn't, Spirit just doubled down on me from a different deck and gave me the King of Wands again. Because they call it Mastery of Wands in this deck and King of Wands there. All right, so Spirit is like, I said what I said, Afefe. All right, this is taking charge. And there's that freedom that came as well with that. So you are taking charge of your emotions, of your ability to give in all aspects. I think that's why Spirit came back with this, a second King of Wands. They're basically saying, in however this applies to you, if it is in a romantic situation, Two of Cups, if it is in a business partnership that flows in the way that the Two of Cups can indicate. So it could be a business partnership that's in the flow. It could be a friendship that's in the flow. But whatever it is, pile number 3, you are showing up for it, and your mood is enthusiastic. That's the word they're giving me. Your mood is enthusiastic, or it will be. If you allow, it'll move you into a phase of enthusiasm. The Ten of Cups, wanting to share, wanting a beautiful family and domestic life, wanting causes for celebration. All right, what lights you up as a star seed? You have fairy energy again. So you definitely, this is my second fairy spirit kind of energy around you. Pile number 3, you definitely have the assistance from the unseen fairy realm. If you are into earth magic, beautiful. If you're not into earth magic, maybe check it out a little bit, because earth magic is showing up for you here big time. All right, and it gives you energy. It's here to lend you this energy, this spark that Spirit is wanting to I'm almost seeing like a fairy dust, like they want to just sprinkle stuff down on you. All right, this is a message to close out, as is this next one. Summon. Ooh, now we was just talking about earth magic, and we sitting up here looking at these fairies and these selkies and this freedom. You have the power. You are a star seed. What lights you up? Magic, I'm thinking, is what's lighting you all up. But it's practical magic, because I'm going back to your catalyst here, that tree of life. It's practical magic. It's not, for entertainment kind of magic. This is hands-on, doing the work, having your passion ignited, summoning manifestation work for many of you. This is a call to really tighten up on your manifestation work. Your mood will get more excited as you see your manifestation working, as you see Spirit bringing you signs and moving you in a direction where money begins to appear, opportunities, you hear something, you wake up with an idea that you know is going to prosper you. That is what's happening. That's what you are summoning. And doggone if you didn't just get the Magician. I'm too done. We've been talking about magic. Listen, for real, pile number 3. Summoning, the Magician. You have an ability to make things happen. Seriously. Okay? You have an ability to make things happen. And it is through earth magic. It is through The fairy realm, it is through however you identify in terms of receiving assistance from the unseen realm. And the more confidence that you can exhibit, the more that you master. This is masculine energy. Both Kings of Wands and two decks came. So this is about you mastering your magic. It is about what you learn. It is about what drives you to learn. The Chariot, you are being driven to learn because you want to share. You want to see things grow. There is putrefaction. It's a shadow release. That's what you are able to help people do. Is you are able to help people through your magic pile number 3 to release what is putrefaction, what releasing the shadow, moving away from those doubts, those fears, those limitations, the all the stuff around money, people not having financial literacy. Even that could be something that some of you are interested in a very practical, hands-on earth way. Could be financial literacy, understanding how to manage money, how to save money, where to spend money, when to enjoy money, how to let it go and come in, manifesting all of that, and then showing people that shadow release, helping others handle that shadow release. We have reflection that comes for you. That's this moon energy. There's something that this full moon in Capricorn is giving. It is reflecting circumstances that you are able to shift and change. That's what this reflects. I'm not sensing this reflection as in, you need to go sit down somewhere and get into a yoga pose and reflect. That's not it. Spirit is saying this is a reflection on you. It is something that is being reflected on you. Remember, I saw that fairy dust being sprinkled on you a little bit ago. Now it is the moon. It is a reflection that is being shined upon you, so that you can really see the shadow. The shadow is released because of the reflection and the power of the illumination that gets cast on the shadow, and that comes from your magic. You are learning how to do that. Why? Because you're a starseed. And what lights you up? You are here as a light worker. You are here to shed light. You are here to help people release the shadows. And so your mood towards that, the mood towards your magic, is what influences your money. It's what leads you to abundance. Okay? You have sky dancers, surrender. If you have had any doubts about your own abilities and about your own urges that you may have been feeling to set off on a path of true magic, true inspiration, true exploration of your gifts, of your psychic gifts, your intuitive gifts, your gifts for manifestation, your down-to-earth practical gifts, your business sense, your business skills, and money marketing, that kind of thing. Whatever that is, Spirit is saying you have to surrender to it. It is time to surrender to it. Sky dancer, the sky being the limit, the sky being reaching for the sky being that transformational dragonfly energy there, transforming into the magician, you transforming into and summoning your higher self, summoning your spirit guides to allow you to walk in this mastery of that King of Wands. And you have the parrot spirit. Watch your words. The parrot spirit. This is a caution to not express anger, or to express it in a more healthy way. Also, to not tip everybody off to what you are doing or planning. There's something here around holding some things sacred, holding some things to yourself, and making sure that it's almost like let them see it after it's done. That's how Spirit is giving it to me. Okay, pile number 3, let them see it after it's done. Watch your words. You don't have to say everything that you are thinking. And certainly, because you did get these 2 King of Wands energies that came for you, you could tend to, if there's a temptation to sort of spout off, or you speak without thinking in whatever way, whether it's anger, whether it's confidence, whatever it is just to be careful. And also, parrots repeat what they hear. So be careful of what it is that you are absorbing from others. And to the extent, like, don't get involved in gossip. Don't repeat what you hear. Be very wise in your counsel. All right. And finally, closing out your reading with your 2 advice cards, you got the Firefly, Wonder. Wow. I'm going to hold those up together. The Firefly, a sense of wonder, a sense of possibility, a sense of dreams coming true, a sense of this reflection that happens for you at night. Nighttime for you all, pile number 3, whether or not you consider yourself a night person, there is something about your magic and your spirit guides that comes alive, particularly during the night hours, okay? Your dream state, you might want to put a feather in your pillow, a feather that you've spoken into, talking about this magician energy. When you speak into a feather, feathers hold that energy, they carry that message, and that's also why you got watch your words. So when you are about to go to sleep, you might want to take a feather or something and dream with it and use it, because there's a sense of wonder that's coming to you and ready to build and blossom around you. And it says here, your final card, wanting more for others puts me into the energy of abundance. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Spirit, because that takes me all the way back to some of this initial energy that I was seeing for you. Remember, around the 10 of Cups, this domestic, the Chariot, the family. For you all, a key to your abundance is if you set your goals relative to how it will benefit others, how it will benefit your family, how it will benefit a larger whole, then your spirit guides line up like pow, pow, pow. We hear you. We're on board with that. Let's make it happen. Okay. So your mood towards building towards others, your mood is to uplift others, uplift yourself. Your mood towards your spirit guides, thanking them, summoning them, using the wisdom of the magic that you hold within you, working to develop it more in that King of Wands. Read the books, take a class, watch the videos, like learn and absorb, and keep in mind as you do that, you're doing it not just for yourself, you're doing it for this larger whole. And that is when Spirit absolutely opens the doors for you, because there's no selfishness or all this ego involved. It really is about the greater good. It is really just like you were drawn to this tree of life. It is about the roots that sprout out, and so that everyone can have shade, can have abundance, can have more. All right? All right. I hope that was good. Let me know. I hope it resonates, and I wish you the absolute best. And take care. I will be back with you very, very soon, and sending you lots and lots and lots of love and light. All right. Bye-bye, everybody.